That was interesting. Well, I sat there and I was going through the thing, and they had U-Turn on this TV channel that we have. So I started watching, and I said, I don't want to watch this. And then I went back and watched it because like this is a particularly disturbing movie. It's a very disturbing movie. it's, it's a very disturbing movie. I've never seen it. I know my Amy has. And the part when she goes in there, she's looking at the key on Nick Nolte. Oh my gosh, she looks and talks just like my ex-wife. She looks just like Amy. And it was like, wow, that's like, whoa, yeah, that was. But Amy used to always wear her the dark lipstick, like Grace wears in that movie. I wasn't particularly fond of it, but she used to wear it all. She used to wear it a lot. But I, a little makeup is nice, but too much to me is like, nah, it's just not my thing. But I've never been I'm always more of a natural type person, and I always like things more natural. I've just been that way my whole life. But you guys got to understand when everything you engage in and everything that you do and talk about. Now, the more that you engage in something, the more it affects people's lives, and it has longevity to it, like a movie. Okay, a disturbing movie. Okay, this can affect hundreds of thousands of lives. Okay, for 10 to 20, 30 years. Okay. Like Anthony Perkins is Psycho, right? With the Hitchcock. Okay. And so when you engage in what, they had the cinema celebrate story and the artist storytelling and stuff like that. When you engage in storytelling, okay, it affects people's thought processes can do it in a large magnitude. Okay. Now, one story that people share a lot is about the crucifixion of Lord Jesus Christ. Okay. And the events that lead up to it. And then, but what people don't take into account, okay, as well as they should, is that what Jesus was doing, saying, and doing, okay, and we're not doing that. His crucifixion is still happening, okay, because he gave us, faithful love and the Lord's Prayer to live. Like Marvin Gaye, he gave us a book to believe in, and we've got a lot to learn, right? And we're still not living what he commanded us to do at the supper the night before he was crucified, right? And people are making very disturbing movies, okay? They can have psychological effects on children for 30 years, okay? And then people crave to be a successful celebrity like that person in that disturbing movie, okay? Joaquin Phoenix is in that. There's lots of them. Isn't Sheldon's mom the lady that sells the bus ticket? And then Liv Tyler has a cameo like in it. She plays the girl who comes in, Steven Tyler's daughter, plays the girl who comes up to the bus thing before before Sheldon's mom, closes the thing. And then who else is in it? And then Powers Booth is in it and stuff. So it's a very disturbing movie. It's very particularly disturbing. Okay. It's very disturbing. Right. And, I was talking to my dad today about stuff, and it's hard on him because he has this hate stare that he gives people when he's mad at them. Okay. Mom called it the dirty brown Parsons look. Okay. And I went in and told him earlier, I said, Dad, if there's anybody in my life that's done something, okay, illegal or something that they thought they got away with, okay, they didn't get away with it. Rockefeller knows about it. Okay. And the only reason a lot of them, the people directly involved in my life, okay, the only reason they're not incarcerated, okay, is because of me. Okay. Tavion Rogers used to play football here at New Mexico State. He had an uncle, okay, that used to talk to me and worked at the forts, okay? And he told me outside of the Fry's Food and Drug, he says that your wife looks at taking, and these guys, they had these guys talk to her, these people that they trained to be terrorists. It talked about taking an insurance policy out on you and killing you for money. Okay. And she gets at work and she looks at doing that. I said, yeah, I know. I know that she does bad things. I understand that. Right. And he's like, well, she's a really bad person. I was like, she's being affected by people that work with you for a job that keep us all safe. He didn't understand. They thought I had mental and emotional disabilities. And it's obvious because when I got to Cruces, they said I had Asperger's or I was a savant. Okay. That I was not intelligent enough or that I was lucky, apparently. But that shouldn't be the case either, because when they had the thing when the guy came to talk to me about fighting and wanted me to train to fight, see what it would be like to fight somebody like me, and then they had that kid punch me in the face and I didn't feel it. So that's evidence that there's more than luck going on with this guy. Okay, do you understand? It's more than luck. Okay? I'm the guy like King David. Okay? And, I told Dad that too, and I explained it to him. He gets mad if I use Jesus in the example. Okay? But Jesus cleared out Solomon's temple a week before he was crucified. Okay? And then the day he was crucified, all the people that he cleared out of that temple mocked him in the streets. Right? People that were terrified when he got that weapon, this guy could kill me, right? When he's being crucified and he volunteers to be crucified, these people go out in the street and mock him. Okay? Like what's happened to me here. Okay? With Stephanie, Michael, and Alan at, what's the name of that place? Blake's, with Joel, the stutterer, acting like all badass and tough. There's nobody listening on that phone, Ralph, and treat me like I'm crazy. And I'm like looking at him going, you're acting all badass now. You didn't act badass when I told that guy that said he was going to beat us, and when that drug dealer and his mom came in, and I said, you don't act badass then. Okay. And it's frustrating to me because it's like, but the thing is Rockefeller collects all the evidence. Okay? You have the Patriot Act. This is one of the most surveyed, Sierra is probably the most surveyed town in all of the world, most likely, because of it's a military corridor setup, stuff, but, and the best Wi-Fi in the world. But, you can't, if you're not a wealthy person, if you're not a multi-billionaire and a multi-billion CEO, you can't get away with anything. Okay? There's nothing that you've done or doing pretty much that the people like Rockefeller don't know what you did, and they set it up for you. That's why I told you that one time when on that Facebook, but you guys, most lay people don't have availability to it, when I sat on the back of that truck and said, if you look back, you'll then they go, oh shit, yeah. Okay, he set you up. Okay, because he told me that they'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and Jesus die, Parsons. And then he said that they will keep doing this till the bitter end. Okay, and like I told Dad today, I said it's not going to be a bitter end for me. Okay, because I'm not Bobby from U-Turn. Okay, it's not going to be a bitter end for me. I'm still uncomfortable, but I do not volunteer to be tortured or abused by your linguistics. Okay, or your language games. Okay, I'm not held accountable by rules of genocide. Okay, discussed and signed and ratified by Congress. And the Lord's Prayer, the Supreme Court is denied by the Lord's Prayer is denied by the Supreme Court and the Pentagon. I'm held accountable by the Lord's Prayer. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. Okay, so I'm not held accountable to the Supreme Court, Congress, and the Pentagon. Okay? Because I am a superior human being. I use superior language, okay, and actions to keep people safe from people that are inferior. Okay? Do you understand? That was tough. Man, when you connect to these people and they panic, all the Supreme Court justices panicking, it's like, don't panic, just stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Okay? It's not a question of if this all turns, it's It's already has. Okay. Do you understand? It already has. Okay. If I'm having a conversation with a very guarded CEO while I'm trying to sleep this morning, okay, and is asking me questions, and I explained to my dad earlier, I said, the answer to the question's already in the question. So you're not questioning me, you're questioning you. Okay. You're questioning, if you don't have faith in God and you don't believe in the Lord, if you come ask the living Lord a question, you're not questioning the Lord, you're questioning your own faith. Do you understand, guys? Okay. So the Lord's Prayer is correct. You should live it. You should accept it, share it, and live it. You should use your technology to share it worldwide right now. Okay. So if you come to me and you have questions, you're not questioning me, you're questioning yourself. You're questioning, am I doing things right? What do I really believe in? What should I have faith in? Okay. Do you understand? So, I've gotten a lot of, the one who's most consistent that would talk to me, okay, is Jennifer Lynn Lopez, the lady from that very disturbing movie, okay? And that's something, you guys shouldn't be upset if people just take those movies and decide that they're not going to watch them anymore, okay? Because that kind of thought process and using that as entertainment and things to want to grow up to do, okay, for children is wrong, okay? In the Lord's Prayer, they have this backstage things with Bruce Springsteen. Would you be doing this if you were living the Lord's Prayer? Well, then why are you making a show of this stuff? Like the stuff I got with Garth Brooks when I watched that thing is he's not contrite and he's not upset. He's just wanting to not be sued for sexual harassment because it was a consensual sexual thing. But he's not even concerned and not showing the least bit of concern of the discomfort and the disgrace he's caused his dear wife. He's not embarrassed about that because the woman had texts about how big his dick was and how hard he effed her. So he's a super fucker, You're like, so it was hard to listen to. He was doing Shameless by Billy Joel today on my MP3, and I was like having trouble listening to it because, like, you total shit. How dare you do that? Did Trisha do that to you? What did she do to deserve what you did to her? That's fucked. Your wife is faithful. Because of your business contacts and you're connected to pervert scientists in this community, I didn't get to have a faithful wife. Shit. Thunder rolls around this fucking hellhole, doesn't it? Okay, guys, I love you. We'll talk later.